The clerk will read the order of the day.
Assembly Business Order of the Day number 1, Scrutiny Committee Report on the Territory Coordinator Bill 2025, Serial 17.
I call on the Chair of the Committee. Member for Wanguri.
Madam Speaker, I table the Legislative Scrutiny Committee Report Inquiry into the Territory Coordinator Bill 2025 and associated minutes of proceedings. Pursuant to Standing Order 200-4, the report was sent to the Speaker and made public on the 12th of March 2025. Madam Speaker, this bill establishes the Territory Coordinator and grants the Territory Coordinator and the responsible Minister a range of powers to coordinate and consolidate regulatory processes for projects and developments of economic significance to the Territory. The committee received 302 submissions to its inquiry and held 2 days of public hearings with 41 witnesses appearing before the committee. The majority of submissions either opposed the bill entirely or opposed the bill as introduced, with only 2 submissions supporting passage of the bill as introduced. While there was general support for streamlining regulatory processes and developing the Territory's economy, there was significant opposition to the nature and extent of the powers of the bill confers on the Territory Coordinator and responsible Minister. Madam Speaker, following its examination of the bill and consideration of the evidence received, the majority view of the committee is that the Assembly should pass the bill with proposed amendments as set out in recommendations 1 to 8, 10 to 22, 24 and 25. The amendments proposed by the committee seek to address the concerns regarding transparency and accountability and ensure the bill is unambiguous and drafted in a sufficiently clear and precise way. For example, Madam Speaker, recommendations 4 and 5 propose amendments to the appointment provisions for the Territory Coordinator to align with them with those pertaining to other statutory officers in the Northern Territory. Recommendation 15 proposes that Clause 73(2) be amended to clarify the intended operation of the bill with regards to making of a statutory decision under a step-in notice. Madam Speaker, in relation to ensuring the bill has sufficient regard to the institution of Parliament, the committee formed the view that prescribing acts as relevant laws for the purposes of the Territory Coordinator Act should be via notice of motion to amend the Act in the Legislative Assembly, rather than by regulation, and has proposed an amendment to the definition of scheduled law in Clause 3 at Recommendation 18 accordingly. Recognising local government as a distinct and essential sphere of government, at Recommendation 24, the committee has proposed that the Local Government Act 2019 is removed from the schedule of acts and that are currently nominated as scheduled laws, in favour of partnership approach between the 2 spheres of government. Madam Speaker, the committee has also proposed a number of minor amendments relating to consultation provisions within the bill. Given the concerns raised regarding consultation processes and noting that the bill provides that public consultation is to be undertaken in accordance with the regulations, at Recommendation 23, the committee has proposed that a number of factors that were raised in submissions and evidence received by the committee be taken into consideration when developing the associated regulations. Madam Speaker, on behalf of the committee, I'd like to thank all those that provided submissions or appeared before the committee. The committee also thanks Professor Ned Augustin for his advice. Finally, Madam Speaker, I'd like to thank my fellow committee members for their bipartisan commitment to the legislative review process. Madam Speaker, I commend the report to the Assembly.
Madam Speaker.
Member for Goyder.
Thank you. I seek leave. To speak to my dissenting report.
Is leave granted?
No.
Leave is not granted.
Division.
It's not a question before the Assembly, so a division cannot be called. Opposition Leader? Leader of Government Business?
Madam Speaker.
So you're gagging the debate, hey?
Madam Speaker, there'll be plenty of time for debate today, and I move that the second reading of the bill be made the first order of the day at the commencement of government business. That will allow the member for Gwaja sufficient time to address his report and also address the bill before us. Thank you.
The question is that the motion be agreed to. Those of that opinion say aye, to the contrary no. I think the ayes have it. Just at this point, I'd